Hey there, Erica here, and welcome to Tried and True's down and dirty overview of what to know about Warmachine's Mark IV in 10 minutes or less. If you're new checking out the game for the first time, welcome. If you're a returning player, welcome back. Disclaimer, all rules and stats shown in this video are from the July 2022 beta rules set and may look slightly different at launch. As you can see, we're doing things a little different in this video. Experimentation time, baby. Anyways, let's get in it. New edition, what does it mean? We have new armies and new models. It also means the streamline and updates of rules to help the flow of the game. And my personal favorite is it's a reset across the board for everybody. So regardless of how long you've been playing, if you're a veteran player playing since Mark I, just picked up the game recently, or picking up Warmachine for the first time, now's the best time to jump in because we're all learning a new game. So what makes Warmachine stand out from other war games? One of the fundamentals of Warmachine is its 2d6 system. Typically, you're rolling 2 dice, adding the sum of those dice to your attack stat, and comparing it to your opponent's defensive stat. There are things in the game, of course, that can increase this chance, such as rolling additional dice or modifiers. The new Mark IV models are 3D printed. This allows for greater detail in each sculpt and the company's ability to create more dynamic poses for the models. This includes limited repeat poses for things like infantry models, and they look phenomenal and they're super easy to put together. Warjacks and Warbeasts will have different sets of loadouts that can be changed from game to game to allow more choices in configurations, meaning you don't need to buy a bunch of different models or kits to play. For Warjacks, that means 4 different heads and 4 different weapon options for each arm. Each Warjack and Warbeast will come with their own magnets along with the models. Due to 3D printing technology, the chassis or bodies are specifically designed to allow the magnets and limbs to seat firmly and don't come loose when playing with the model. Model stat cards. So in lieu of a bunch of codexes, all models are displayed on their character stat card. Cards are also used to track damage throughout the game. Mark IV is introducing the mechanic of command cards and the spell rack. Command cards come from a generic pool of cards that you can add to your army list before the start of the game. These cards are activated no more than twice per turn, once per unit, and give you tactical flexibility across your army. Let's say you're playing into a gun line and need cover or stealth. Command cards will give you the ability to deliver your troops, adapt to a bad situation, or capitalize on your personal playstyle. The spell rack allows for customization of your army's commander to give you additional unique tools for your forces. Each Mark IV commander will come with their signature spells and rack slots to gain additional spells from a pool. This is chosen before the start of the game and will allow your army to play into any army without experiencing some of the rock, paper, scissors matchup we are seeing in Mark III. The last big thing that separates Warmachine from other war games is the Iron Kingdoms and how they tie the lore into the world into their tabletop war game. Iron Kingdoms, the world Warmachine takes place in, has traditionally been a steampunk fantasy, is getting ready to accelerate in a new timeline with technological advances. It's a constantly changing and advancing timeline. Significant story elements make their way from the storybook pages to the war game through things like warcasters who have gone epic in the past. In addition to character arcs, things that are going on in the Iron Kingdoms timeline can be seen through narrative campaign play in Warmachine. For example, in Mark III, we had the Infernal Invasion and what we can assume will be a future Orgoth invasion campaign. Alright, so let's talk about the rules and how to get started in Warmachine. Unlike other games that rely on multiple textbooks or codexes, the core rulebook and all model rules and stats will be available for free in the new Warmachine app coming out to beta this fall. Unlike previous versions of War Room, all armies will be free, giving you access to each faction's cards to check out and even proxy play before making that first army purchase. The app will also feature list building, tournament play, and slow grow league rules for you and your game group. So if you're a fan of Iron Kingdoms lore, hobby tips, or want to upload your list to cloud storage, the Warmachine app will also have a subscription option available for those things and more. However, there is no cost for entry if all you want to do is read the rules and just play. So let's talk about game point size and the initial cost. So games can be played at any point value, but in Mark IV, they're most balanced in tournament play for 50, 75, or 100 points. A core army box will cost $200 US, which will come with at least 1 commander, 2 warjacks with all the arms and heads, of course, multiple units and unit types, unit attachments, solos, and magnets for assembly. You can start playing at 50 points immediately with just the army box. Additional expansion kits will be available in the future to increase your army by at least 25 points per. Once an army is released, that's it. You don't have to worry about constantly going out to buy more models for your army to be relevant or stay updated. Mercenary models will be available to add to your army for additional customization. The last thing we're going to talk about today are the two modes of play, Prime versus Unlimited. So in Warmachine Mark IV, there's going to be two separated categories of play, which is Prime and Unlimited. Prime is where the new stuff is and will be the most balanced way to play Warmachine Mark IV. Most of the old Mark III models, referred to as legacy armies, will be playable in Prime alongside the new armies. However, these models do not have access to things such as the spell rack or custom warjack configuration. The alternative format is Unlimited, and it's just that. All models are legal in this mode, however, per Privateer Press, it will not be as balanced or updated like Prime. Competitively speaking, it'll be up to your local tournament organizer or TO to decide which competitive mode will be featured at a store. Want to run your own tournament or steamroller? We have a short video series on that as well. Well, that's about it. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to stay up to date on our podcast, battle reports, and how to play videos, please consider subscribing to our channel. If you would like to support the channel directly, a link to our Patreon can be found in the video description below. What are you most excited for in Mark IV? Are you coming back to the game? What things turned you away in the past? Please share your thoughts and feedback in the comment section below. See you at the tables.